yesterday.
Yeah, it is ready. You can start once it is time.
Okay.
Yesterday we did the short version of Gita Mahatmyam, no?
But the long one we will do. People
Fine.
will get used to that. The
Fine.
idea is people should get into the groove to be in a position to chant them.
Fine.
That's the idea.
Okay.
Okay.
You can start, Nana.
Okay.
Okay.
ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यं एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं चैव ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ एकादशोऽध्यायः विश्वरूपदर्शनयोगः। श्रीभगवानुवाच मत्कर्म कृन्मत्परमः मद्भक्तः सङ्गवर्जितः निर्वैरः सर्वभूतेषु यत्समामेति पाण्डव। ॐ तत्सत् इति श्रीमन्महाभारते शतसाहस्रिकायां संहितायां वैयासिक्यां श्रीमद्भीष्मपर्वणि श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे विश्वरूपदर्शनयोगो नाम एकादशोऽध्यायः। अथ श्रीगीतामाहात्म्यम्। धरोवाच भगवन् परमेशान भक्तिरव्यभिचारिणी प्रारब्धं बुध्यमानस्य कथं भवति हे प्रभो। श्रीविष्णुरुवाच प्रारब्धं बुध्यमानो हि गीताभ्यासरतः सदा समुक्तः ससुखे लोके कर्मणा नोपलिप्यते महापापादिपापानि गीताध्यानं करोति चेत् क्वचित् स्पर्श्यं न कुर्वन्ति नलिनीदलमम्भवत्। गीताया पुस्तकं यत्र यत्र पाठः प्रवर्तते तत्र सर्वाणि तीर्थानि प्रयागादीनि तत्र वै
Shall I
सर्वे.
chant, Nana?
Okay, from verse 10 onwards, you take over. Okay. सर्वे देवाश्च ऋषयः योगिनः पन्नगाश्च ये गोपाला गोपिका वापि नारदोद्धव पार्षदैः सहायो जायते शीघ्रं यत्र गीता प्रवर्तते यत्र गीता विचारश्च पठनं पाठनं श्रुतं तत्राहं निश्चितं पृथ्वी निवसामि सदैव हि गीताश्रयेऽहं तिष्ठामि गीता मे चोत्तमं गृहं गीताज्ञानमुपाश्रित्य त्रिलोकान् पालयाम्यहम् गीता मे परमा विद्या ब्रह्मरूपा न संशयः अर्धमात्राक्षरा नित्या स्वानिर्वाच्य पदात्मिका चिदानन्देन कृष्णेन प्रोक्ता स्वमुखतोऽर्जुनं वेदत्रये परानन्द तत्त्वार्थज्ञानमञ्जसा. Yeah, please take over.
योऽष्टादश जपो नित्यं नरो निश्चलमानसः ज्ञानसिद्धिं स लभते ततो याति परं पदम् पाठे समर्थः सम्पूर्णे ततोऽर्धं पाठमाचरेत् तदा गोदानजं पुण्यं लभते नात्र संशयः त्रिभागं पठमानस्तु गङ्गास्नानफलं लभेत् षडंशं जपमानस्तु सोमयागफलं लभेत् एकाध्यायं तु यो नित्यं पठते भक्तिसंयुतः रुद्रलोकमवाप्नोति गणो भूत्वा वसेच्चिरम् अध्याये श्लोकपादं वा नित्यं यः पठते नरः स याति नरतां यावत् मन्वन्तरं वसुन्धरे गीताया श्लोकदशकं सप्तपञ्चचतुष्टयम् द्वौ त्रीनेकं तदर्थं वा श्लोकानां यः पठे नरः चन्द्रलोकमवाप्नोति वर्षाणामयुतं ध्रुवम् गीता पाठसमायुक्तः मृतो मानुषतां व्रजेत् गीताभ्यासं पुनः कृत्वा लभते मुक्तिमुत्तमाम् गीतेत्युचार संयुक्तः म्रियमाणो गतिं लभेत् गीतार्थश्रवणासक्तो महापापयुतोऽपि वा वैकुण्ठं समवाप्नोति विष्णुना सह मोदते गीतार्थं ध्यायते नित्यं कृत्वा कर्माणि भूरिशः जीवन्मुक्तः स विज्ञेयो देहान्ते परमं पदम् गीतामाश्रित्य बहवः भुजो जनकादयः निर्धूतकल्मषालोके गीतायाताः परं पदम् गीतायाः पठनं कृत्वा माहात्म्यं नैव यः पठेत् वृथा पाठो भवेत् तस्य श्रम एव हृदा हृतः एतन्माहात्म्यसंयुक्तं गीताभ्यासं करोति यः स तत्फलमवाप्नोति दुर्लभां गतिमाप्नुयात् सूत उवाच माहात्म्यमेतद्गीताया मया प्रोक्तं सनातनं गीतान्ते च पठेद्यस्तु यदुक्तं तत्फलं लभेत् इति श्रीवाराहपुराणे श्रीमद्गीतामाहात्म्यं सम्पूर्णम्.
Thank you. अधद्वादशोऽध्यायः भक्तियोगः। अर्जुन उवाच एवं सततयुक्ताये भक्तास्त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमाः। श्रीभगवानुवाच मय्यावेश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेताः ते मे युक्ततमा मताः। ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यम् अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवं संनियम्येन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रताः। क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम् देहवद्भिरवाप्यते ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम् मय्येव मन आधत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततः मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय अभ्यासेऽप्यसमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि अथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान् श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात् ज्ञानाध्यानं विशिष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागः त्यागाश्चान्तिरनन्तरम् अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखक्षमी सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिः यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यस्मान्नो द्विजते लोको लोकान्नो द्विजते च यः हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैः मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः अनपेक्षः शुचिर्दक्षः उदासीनो गतव्यतः सर्वारंभ परित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभाशुभ परित्यागी भक्तिमान्यः स मे प्रियः समशत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु समसङ्गविवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेत स्थिरमतिः भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः. We'll get back to verse number 1. Arjuna Uvacha. This is Dvadashodhyayah. This is the last chapter of the second Shatka. Second Shatka has been giving us inputs about the Tatpadarja Lakshardaha. Tatpadartha Lakshardaha. What is that Tatpadartha? In the Tattvamasi Mahavakya, Tvam was explained in the first 6 chapters, and the next 6 chapters, from 7th chapter through the 12th chapter, which we are taking up now, the Tatpada Lakshardaha is explained by Bhagavan. And this is the last chapter of the second Shatka. Then from chapter 13 till the end, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, we will have the Asi Pada Lakshardaha. Tat Tvam Asi. The identity between Jiva and Parameshwara will be explained from 13th through the 18th chapters. Now Bhakti Yoga. Arjuna Bhavacha. Evam Satata Yuktaye Bhaktastvam Padyupasate Echapyaksharam Avyaktam Tesham Ke Yoga Vittamaha. Brahmara, can you maybe adjust the font in such a way that we can see the entire Pratipadartha and the Tatparya? Yeah, slightly, yeah. And that's good. Arjuna Vacha. Evam satatayuktaye bhaktastvam padyupasate echapyaksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaha. Now, what is Arjuna's refrain right through the entire Gita till now? In the first chapter, that is a manifestation of his vishada, okay? The conflict in his mind and the sorrow that he was stricken with, etc. All those things he has announced and addressed. And afterwards, in the second chapter onwards, what was uppermost in Arjuna's mind? In the first chapter, he said what? He was kind of against fighting. He was against fighting. What did he say? It is beneficial to me if not holding any weapons and holding all the weapons. Dharta Rashtraha Rane Hanyuho Tanme Kshemataram Bhavet. That is what he has said. And Eva Muktva Dhananjayaha Upahasta Radha. Indarada Gandha. All the ayudhas he has simply Vishrujya Sacharam Chapam Shoka Sambhigna Manasaha. He was stricken with a lot of sorrow. He simply threw the Gandiva and the other weapons, and he sat there in the chariot. Afterwards, in the second chapter, when Bhagavan got as though annoyed with Arjuna, and he said, Kutastva Kashmalamidam, etc. And he said also, in a very reproachful manner, Bhagavan addressed Arjuna, Klaibyam asmagam apardha naitattvayupapajyate Kshudram Hridaya Dautbalyam Chektva Uttishta Parantapa. That was the address of Bhagavan. Hey, what is this? What kind of an attitude you are displaying? Arjuna, this is unbefitting of a great warrior like you. You are a great hero. Get up and fight. Then what did Arjuna say? Guru nahatva hi mahanubhavan shreyo bhuktum bhaikshyamapi haloke hatva ardhakamam stu guru nihaiva bhunjiya bhogan rudhira pradigdhan. How do you expect me to enjoy the blood-stained rajyam, hey Keshava? Bhaikshyamapi ihaloke shreyaha. This Bhikshatana is going to be very beneficial to me. And towards the end, what did he say? Karpanya dosha upahata swabhavaha prichhami tvam. I'm stricken with the krupana doshaha. Okay, I'm in a tremendous conflict as to what is required to be done. Bhikshatana or conforming to what you are saying. You said Uttishta Parantapa. Chektva Uttishta Parantapa, you said, Okay, I understand all those, but what is beneficial to me? What is Shreyas for me? What is Hita Vakyam for me? Sishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. I am surrendering to you. Please teach me. I am surrendering to you and seeking your help. Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. And he said, Nahi prapashyami mama panujyat echhokamuchoshanamindriyanam avapya bhuma vasapatnam ruddham rajyam suranam pichadhipachyam. Why Keshava? Why this bhuloka rajyam? Rajyam suranam pichadhipachyam. Even if I get the overlordship over the devas, even then I do not know what is going to be soothing my condition, my mind and the senses. And he said, and after having said that, he said what? Sanjaya announced. What Arjuna said, Sanjaya announced. Nayotsa iti govinda muktva tushnim babhuvaha. He said, I am not going to fight. I shall not fight. This was Arjuna's condition then. That was in the beginning of the second chapter. And towards the end of the second chapter, when Bhagavan has covered a lot of subject matter of jnana and also karma yoga, Arjuna was perfectly confused. And he said in the beginning of the third chapter, what did he say? You are as though confusing me. Jayasi chet karmataste mata buddhir janardana. Tatkim karmani ghore mam niyojesi Keshava. If you consider, O Keshava, that jnanam is superior to karma, then why are you trying to induce me into this kind of ghora karma? This yuddham and killing a lot of people is ghor. Tatkim karmani ghore mam niyojesi Keshava. Vyamishreneva vakyena, as though Mishreva Iva vakyena, as though you are as though mixing up things and trying to confuse me. Iva, he said that. As though you are trying to confusing me, you have been saying all these things. Why don't you pick that which is Shreyaha to me? That is what I have said in the second chapter. Now I am seeking your beneficial words. Please tell me, pick that which is good for me. That is good for me. Then Bhagavan, what did he say? Kittappa is very, very clever. Arjuna, if he wanted to be very clever and tried to tell Krishna in a different way that he would prefer sannyasa to karma, Bhagavan said, hey Arjuna, considering your qualification, considering your unpreparedness for sannyasa, sannyasa is not for you. Then he said, Lokesmin vividhanishta pura prokta mayanaga jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam. This karma yoga is for people like you. He did not say directly then, but he indicated later on. And that jnana is for sankhyanam. Jnana yogena sankhyanam. For the sannyasinam, jnana. And for people like you, it is karma. And what kind of a karma is that? Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtati akarma krit. No one can ever remain without any action, even for a second. That is what he said. And he went on saying, karma is purifying. It has the tremendous effect of preparing the manava, preparing the purusha to take to sannyasa and get on to jnana. Till then, you will have to do this karma together with jnana samuparjana. It's not only that you undertake just karma. Karma in in the bhavana of Karma Yoga. What is that bhavana of Karma Yoga? Don't be attached and offer all the karma phalas to me. Understand that I am the karma adhyaksha and karma phaladata, and so you please offer all the karma phalas to me, and then you jasva vigata jvaraha, without any conflict in your mind. You keep on acting in the world with karma yoga bhavana. This is what was the prabodha of Krishna Paramatma. Then continuing, in the 4th chapter, what did Bhagavan say? The same thing what I have told you, Arjuna. Imam vivasvate yogam praktavanaham abhyayam vivaswan manave praha manuhu ikshvakave abravit. This was taught earlier. Imam vivasvate yogam praktavanaham abhyayam. I have told the sun god earlier, etc., etc. Then, towards the end, in the 4th chapter, Bhagavan said what? Nahi jnanena sadrusham pavitram iha vidyate tatsvayam yoga samshiddha kalenatmani vindate shraddhavan labhate jnanam, all these things. Then Arjuna was again back to his normal refrain. Hey Krishna, please permit me to take the sannyasa. 5th chapter beginning was from Arjuna. Sannyasam karmanam Krishna punaha yogam cha shamsasi yach shreyaha etayorikam tanme bruhi sunishitam. This is what Arjuna said. Hey Kitaya, you are praising sannyasa, you are praising karma yoga also, you are confusing me. What is beneficial to Shreyaha? What is Shreyodayakaha? Shreyaha is what? Mokshadayakaha. Shreyaha means Mokshadayakaha. Preyaha is Adha, Kama, Dharma. These 3 Purusharthas you as though employ for Shreyaha, for Preyaha, and for Shreyas it is only Jnanam. This is what you have been saying all along. But you have been praising karma, karma yoga, you are praising sannyasa also. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatparas samyatendriya, etc. You said. Now, what is good for me, you please decide. And Kittaya again was very, very, very clever. And he did not directly answer Arjuna. What did he say? Sannyasam karmanam. Both are very good. Sannyasa karma yogascha nishreyasakara vubhau. Both these are mokshadayakam. Even karma yoga is mokshadayakam. Karma yoga taken up in all earnestness together with the jnana samupadhyana. That should not be forgotten. That and this together you take up and prepare your mind by cleansing your mind through karma yoga anusthana. You become a qualified person for jnana alone and leaving all karmas sanyasya, then you can take to jnana. That is what Bhagavan has indicated. And Arjuna did not leave. Arjuna is a very clever guy, and he thought Kittappa will understand all that. And towards the end of the 6th chapter, what did Arjuna say? Ayati shraddhayopeto yoga chelitamanasah aprapya yoga samsiddhim kamgatim Krishna gacchati. What kind of an end he will gain, hey Krishna? Ayati shraddhayopeto, together with a lot of shraddha, if yoga chelitamanasah aprapya yoga samsiddhim. Yoga samsiddhi aprapya is moksha. Unable to gain moksha, if he breathes his last, what kind of a gati he will attain to? Kachinno bhaya viprashtaha chinna bhramiva nashyati Apratishto Mahabaho Vimudho Brahmana Pati. In the path of gaining Brahma, that is moksham, does it not get destroyed really? Like even a small cloud which is disturbed by a mighty wind, small cloud disturbed by a mighty wind, will he not be destroyed? Then Arjuna was told by Bhagavan Krishna, nothing like that will happen. Nahi kalyana krut kaschit durgatim tata gacchati prapya punya krutam lokan ushitva shashvati samaha Shuchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashto Bhijayate. All this we have covered. Now, in the 7th chapter, Arjuna was kind of silent. He was trying to understand what Bhagavan has to teach regarding the Tatpada Lakshartha. 7th chapter onwards is the Tatpada Lakshartha. And he was really bewildered when Bhagavan said, Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya maya sarvamidam protam sutre maniganaha iva. Oh my God, all these things, all this matta parataram nanyat, there is nothing other than me. This is what Bhagavan Krishna, his dearest friend, his Sakha, his Shreyodayakaha, he is saying. Arjuna was really bewildered. And then he regained his self again. And in the beginning of the 8th chapter, he again opened the topic of sannyasa in a different way. Kim tad brahma, kim adhyatmam, kim karma purushottama, adibhutam cha kim proktam, adidaivam kim uchyate, etc. All these things Bhagavan answered very nicely. Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhavaha Adhyatmam Uchyate. Swabhavaha, Swabhavaha, Swasya Bhavaha, your own Bhava, Swabhavaha Adhyatmam Uchyate. All those things. Then 9th chapter, he was silent. Arjuna was silent because 9th chapter again, Bhagavan said a lot of superlative things. In the 7th chapter, if he said, Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. In the 9th chapter, what did he say? He said a lot of conflicting things. Matstani sarvabhutani nachaham teshvavastitaha. All these beings are in me. I am not in them. Nachamastani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram. And nothing is in me. Understand my Vishwa, Aishwaram, my greatness, my glory. Pashyame Yoga Maishwaram, Bhuta Brunnacha Bhutastaha, Mamatma Bhuta Bhavanaha. And he said, and to take care of Arjuna slipping away from Karma Yoga Anushtana. What did he say? Shubha Ashubha Phalairevam Mokshase Karma Bandhanaihi. Shubhapalam, Ashubhapalam are also having that nature of binding a person in the path of moksha. You get up and make an effort to cleanse your mind. Manmana bhava madbhaktaha madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyase yuktvaivam atmanam matparayanaha. He said that. When he said that, Arjuna as though nodded, but he was as though debating in himself. What is this Bhagavan is saying? Manmana bhava madbhaktaha madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktvaivam. Earlier he said karma, and now he said you do my puja. Okay, upasana, manmana bhava madbhaktaha, be my bhakta. Then open the 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga. In the 10th chapter, at the behest of Arjuna only, 10th chapter, Bhagavan agreed to mention a few manifestations of himself in the Jagat. And that is how the Vibhuti Yoga. Then in the 11th chapter, Arjuna wanted to see Bhagavan with all his greatness, with all the glories, with all the Aishwaryam. And Bhagavan has shown all those things. And towards the end, what did he say? He hit upon again the Karma Yoga. Mat karma krun mat paramaha mat bhakta sangavajjitaha nirvaira sarvabhuteshu yaha saha mameti pandava. Whoever conforms to all these things are what? Do all activities unto me. Do all activities unto me. Mayatpita mano buddhihi mame vaishyatcha samshayaha. Earlier I have said. Okay. Now here, Bhagavan has again reiterated that Karma Yoga is very, very important. You do all activities and offer unto me. You do all activities which are connected with me. The activities which are connected with me are going to be explained in this 12th chapter. Arjuna is now raising a question. Evam satatayuktaye bhaktaha tvam padyupasate. Evam, in this manner, hey Bhagavan, what you have shown in the 11th chapter in the Vishwarupa Darshana, evam satatayuktaye, always together, always their senses, their mind, their buddhi, chittam, ahankara, all as though are offered to you. Satatam yuktaye bhaktaha tvam padyupasate. Those bhaktas, they do your upasana. The other hand, echapi aksharam, echapi, others, aksharam. Aksharam is naksharam, that which does not decline. Aksharam, avyaktam. Avyaktam is what? Unmanifest. Avyaktam, aksharam. These people who do upasana of the Nirguna Paramatma, and the others who have been doing the upasana of Saguna Brahma, Tesham ke, amongst these two, Yoga Vittamaha, ke Yoga Vittamaha, who is superior. This is the question. Why is he asking this question? He thought, Kitaya will say, this Aksharam, Avyaktam, those people who are doing the Nirguna, Brahma, Shevanam, okay, Nididhyasanam, they are better. That Krishna would say inadvertently by error. Then he will say, I will take to sannyasa. That is what Arjuna's plan may have been. And Kitaya is very, very clever. If Nara is clever, Narayana is cleverer. We have been chanting, isn't it? Narayanam namaskritya naram cheva narottamam devim saraswatim cheva tato jayamudirayet. This Jayam, this Mahabharatam will have to be uttered after having prostrated to Narayana, to Nara, and to Devi Saraswati. So, Kitaya very, very nicely he says, no, this Pratipadartha, don't, keep it. Arjuna Vavacha. What did he say? Ye yuktaha, those devotees who, evam satata yuktaha, are constantly committed in this manner. In this manner means what? In the manner in which your Vishwarupa was darshitam. Tvam padyupasate, meditate upon you. Okay? Saguna Brahma, echa api, and also those who tvam padyupasate, this is to be understood. Aksharam, not subject to decline. Nakshareti aksharam. Avyaktam, who is not available for objectification, like even Maya. Maya is avyaktam. Maya's effects are vyaktam, in the form of the entire Jagat. that is Vyaktam. It is available for perception. Avyaktam, that is not available for objectification. Tesham, among these two classes of people, kind of. Ke, who? Yoga Vittamaha, the greatest knowers of yoga. Arjuna said, in this manner, there are those devotees who constantly committed, meditate upon you, and also those who seek you as one who is not subject to decline and not available for objectification, among them who are the greatest knowers of yoga. In short, simple question is, those who do Sagunopasana, those who do Nirgunopasana, who do you think is better? That is the question of Arjuna. He expected Krishna to say, of course, the Nirgunopasakas are better, he would say. Krishna was very, very clever, and he is not available for Arjuna to kind of bind him hand and foot. Krishna Bhagavan, what did he say? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Maya Veshya Mano Ye Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayopetaha Te Me Yukta Tamamataha. Hey Arjuna, ye, those who Shraddhaya Paraya, with unflinching faith, tremendous faith in what all I have said, tremendous faith in the Shastra, tremendous faith in the Guru Vakyas, okay? Unflinching faith and unwavering faith. That kind of a Shraddha, Upetaha, they are endowed with Mayi, in me, Manaha, the mind, Aveshya, committed. Okay, offering their minds totally in me. That is in the form of Jnana Samuparjana, offering in me, and Nitya Yuktaha. They are always, Yuktaha means whatever they do, whatever they think, they say, and whatever they say, they do. That is, the Ajyavam is there with them. Whatever, Kayena Manasa, what is that? Kayena Vacha Manasendriyaiva Buddhatmana Prakrute Swabhavat Karomi Yadi Yet Tat Sarvam Narayanaayeti Samarpayami, with that kind of a bhavana, with that Ajyavam, and always confirming to that. It's not a mere utterance, it is living that. That Mai Aveshya Nitya Yuktaha Mam Upasate, they meditate upon, Te Yuktatamaha are the most exalted, Mehmataha. It is considered, it's my considered opinion. Iti Bhagavanu Vacha. And see the Tatparya. Shri Bhagavan said, can you lift this up? Show the Tatparya. Endowed with unflinching faith, their minds committed to me, being ever united with me, those who meditate upon me are considered by me as the most exalted. This is my opinion. This is my vision. This is what he said. Now, Arjuna, he is back to square one. He is more than confused as ever. He is more than confused. Now, what did I ask? And what did Bhagavan say? He is saying just the opposite. I thought he will say that Nirguna Upasaka is superior. Now he is picking up the Saguna Upasaka, endowed with unflinching faith, minds committed to me, being ever united with me. Those who meditate upon me are considered by me as the most exalted. And Krishna does not stop there. He immediately makes as though announcement of the truth. And what is the truth? Echapyaksharam avyaktam. Echapi aksharam anirdesham avyaktam padyupasate. Sarvatragam achincham cha kutastam achalam dhruvam. This and the next verse together, I think we'll have to chant. Echapyaksharam avyaktam. Yeah. Echapi aksharam anirdesham avyaktam padyupasate. Sarvatragam achintyam Kotastham achalam dhruvam samniyamyendriya gramam sarvatra samabuddhayaha te prapnuvanti mameva sarvabhuta hiterataha. And those people who do the nirgunopasana, what kind of people are they? Sarvabhuta hiterataha. They have the good of everybody in their minds all the time. Sarvabhuta hiterataha. Why? They see me in all the bhutas. Sarvabhutastham atmanam sarvabhutani chatmani ikshate yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarshinaha. When did he say this? In the 6th chapter,
maybe chapter
he said
6th
that.
chapter.
In the very right. In the 6th chapter. And sarvabhuta hite rataha. They, those people, mameva prapnuvanti. They attain to me only. They attain to me only. Though Arjuna, I said, these sagunopasakas are better. I am telling you, these nirgunopasakas, they attain to me. Why? Why do they attain to me? Because they are sarvabhuta hite rataha. Yeah, can you lift it up? No, lift it down. We will go through the 3rd verse. Pratipadarthaya. To, however, ye, those who padyupasate, contemplate upon, that is the nididhyasanam, contemplate upon, aksharam, that which is not subject to decline, anirdesham, which is not describable, anirdesham, you cannot say it is that, achintyam, anantam, avyaktam, that kind of a thing, avyaktam, not available for objectification. Vyaktam is what? What is manifest, like the Jagat. Avyaktam is what? The cause of the Jagat, which is Maya, is avyaktam, right? Sarvatragam, all pervasive. Achintyam, not an object of thought. It is not catchable by your intelligence, by your thought, by your mind. And kutastham, that which abides, kutastham, achalam, which does not move, dhruvam, and which is eternal. This they are contemplating upon. All these things they are contemplating upon. However, those who contemplate upon that which is not subject to decline, not describable, not available for objectification, all pervasive, not an object of thought, which abides in Maya, does not move and is eternal. Now, how do you do nididhyasana of all these things? The mind, you have made the mind, or you have cultivated the mind to keep on thinking about objects which are discernible to your thought. Something which has a form, something which has a guna, something which has a quality. Okay, all those things the mind can grasp. Now, how can the mind, with which you have to do nididhyasana, this nididhyasana you have to do using your mind, which is not used to that kind of a chintana, which does not have a form, which does not have a guna, a quality, and which is not describable. How can the mind think of those things? What kind of nididhyasana they can attempt doing? That is very, very difficult. But people who do that, they are superior. And not only that, they are sarvabhuta hite rataha. They prapnavanti mameva. They attain to me alone. Okay. Sanniyamyendriya gramam sarvatra samabuddhayaha te prapnavanti mameva sarvabhuta hite rataha. See, these people, they have complete mastery over their senses, mind and chittam, etc. Some niyamya. Niyamya means you kind of gain mastery over. Some niyamya means mastery over the sense organs, over the mind, over your chittam, your ahankaram, your buddhi, etc. All those things. the entire antakarana, samniyamya, indriya gramam, the groups of sense organs, sarvatra, always, samabuddhayaha, they have the same bhavana, the equal-minded. Equal-minded is what? There are verses in this chapter. Samashatraucha mitrecha tata manapamanayoho shitoshna sukha dukkeshu samaha sanga vivarjitaha tulya ninda stutirmoni santushtaha yena kenachit. All those things. Samaha shatraucha mitrecha, in respect of a friend or a possible enemy. That inimical bhavana is not in you, but in the other person who always thinks that you are an enemy. And that kind of a person who is perhaps to be kept aside, away from you, even in that person, you have the samabhavana. What is that samabhavana? Samavastu darshana. What is that samavastu? Paramatmeti, atmayeti. Atma is available everywhere. Matta parataram nanyat kinchit asti dhananjaya. When Bhagavan said that, he is in your Shatru, he is in your Mitra also. He is in your lovable person and he is in the hate-worthy person for you also. Matta parataram nanyat. When such is the case, that samadarshinaha is possible, they have cultivated that. Having complete mastery over the group of sense organs, those who are always equal-minded and take delight and are disposed to the welfare of all beings, gain me alone. Gain me alone. What is the ultimate phala for all the efforts? Be it through the karma yoga anusthana, together with the jnana samupajjana, or through the sannyasa ashrama, and committed always to jnana. With these two ashramas, as it were, asmin loke dvividha nishtha. These two nishthas, what is the ultimate gain? Ultimate gain is they gain me alone. They gain me. Gaining me is what? Moksham. Gaining Paramatma is what? Rediscovering that you are no different from Paramatma. Aham brahmasmi iti bhavanena te prapnuvanti mameva. That is the meaning. Aham brahmasmi. With all your effort, when you can rediscover that, this is what happens. The second alternate meaning is given here. Having complete mastery over the group of sense organs, only those who are always equal-minded and take delight and are disposed to the welfare of all beings gain me. These are the conditions as though in this alternate meaning. Those who are disposed to the welfare of all beings gain me, because in their disposition, in their attitude, I am there. Having complete mastery over the group of sense organs, only those who are always equal-minded and take delight in or exposed or disposed to the welfare of all beings, they gain me. And this Nirgunopasana is fraught with a lot of problems. That Bhagavan is going to say in the next verse. Yeah. Next verse, please.
So
I think
Swamiji has given an alternate meaning here. The only difference I find is that only.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless he says those who are equal-minded take delight, but
correct,
the second
correct.
one was
only these people. That is, it is a condition. If these people conform to this, only those will gain me. Okay, you're right. Yeah, can we go to the next? Kleshodhikatarastesham avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta higatir dukkham dehavadbhiravapyate. This kind of a thing Bhagavan has already said in the 5th chapter. What did he say? Sannyasa karma yogascha nishreyasa karavubhav Tayostu karma sannyasat karma yogo visishyate, he said. This karma yoga and sannyasa both are nishreyasakaraha. They are mokshadayakaha. But amongst them, compared to sannyasa, karma yogo visishyate, he said that. Okay? And after saying that, he immediately, as though explained himself. What did he explain himself? Sannyasastu mahabaho dukkhamaptum ayogataha. Without your preparedness, without your qualification for sannyasa, dukkham aptum, you will be afflicted with a lot of problems. Simply because you want to take sannyasa, it doesn't mean you can take to sannyasa. There is a qualification required for you. Are you unattached? Have you the courage to, as though, leave all the members of your family? Have you got the bravery to, as though, relinquish your properties, your acquisitions, and all your near and dear ones? Can you be without them? Can you keep on thinking about me to the exclusion of all these? If you cannot, kleshaha adhikataraha. That is what Bhagavan is saying here. There he said, sanyasastu mahabaho dukkham aptum ayogataha. Without the yogyata, without the proper qualification in the form of the preparedness of your mind for sannyasa, if you take to sannyasa, you will be a burden to yourself. After taking to sannyasa, you keep on thinking about dear wife and parents, children, your properties. I did not hand over properly. What happened? How are they managing? Should I go back and readdress all those things and come back here? This kind of a coming and going is not possible with sannyasa. The moment you have taken to sannyasa, you are considered a sannyasi. Shastra does not permit you to return to the Gruhastha ashrama. If you do that, it is blasphemy. So you have to wait till such time you have the proper attitude for sannyasa. If you have not got that attitude, sannyasastu mahabaho dukkham aptum ayogataha was announced very, very clearly. This is the style of teaching of Bhagavan. He said, karma yogo visishyate. Between sannyasa and karma yoga visishyate. Though he said that, and which is true also, depending on the person he is addressing, the person he is addressing is not yet ready for sannyasa. When he is not ready for sannyasa, what is beneficial to him? Karma yoga together with jnana. That is a fundamental thing. That is the irrevocable truth. That is the truth. In reality, what is Shreyodayakam for Arjuna was that. And that was announced. Same thing he is saying here. Kleshaha adhikataraha tesham avyakta sakta chetasam. Avyakta sakta chetasam. Those people who are wedded to avyakta asakta chetasam. They want to meditate upon that avyaktam. For those people who, if they are not prepared, kleshaha adhikataraha. Dukkhamaptum ayogataha was mentioned in the 5th chapter. Same thing is the repetition here. Kleshaha, the afflictions, okay? Adhikataraha, great, very great still. Tesham, for those people, avyakta, asakta, chetasam, whose minds are committed to what cannot be objectified. What cannot be objectified, avyaktam. The minds are not yet ready, not yet prepared for that. Avyakta sakta chetasam, avyakta hi gatihi. Because the end which cannot be objectified, avyakta hi gatihi, this is what? Kleshaha. Avyakta hi gatihi cannot be objectified. Avapyate is reached. Dukkham. dukkham, with difficulty, dehavadbihi, and people who have deha atma bhavana. Who are you? Aham deha. What kind of a deha you are? Jagrata avastha, I am sthola shariraha. Tu sukshma shariraha api. Then in the dream state, what are you? I am tejasaha. And afterwards, what are you? I am in the sushipti avastha. I am prajnaha. This kind of deham eva aham iti bhavanena kopi purushaha asti, that person will have to undergo all these troubles. Kleshaha adhikataraha tesham avyakta asakta chetasam avyakta hi gatir dukkham avyakta hi gatihi dukkham dehavad bhiravapyate. Dehatma bhavana, whoever has, they will be subjected to all these difficulties. So, important thing is karma yoga anusthana and jnana samupadhyana. The affliction is greater still for those whose minds are committed to what cannot be objectified, because an end which cannot be objectified is reached with difficulty by those who are identified with the body. This body identification. We have the subconscious identification that we are the body. When somebody asks, who are you? I am this. I am this. This is the name given to you. You are not that. That never strikes us. Aham Sachidananda Swarupaha. That kind of a thing never strikes us. As long as it does not strike, this will be kleshaha adhikataraha tesham avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta higatir dukkham dehavad bhiravapyate. And from the next verse onwards, Bhagavan is going to prescribe what is to be done, what is to be done, how to get over these difficulties, what kind of a bhakti bhavana I must have, what is bhakti, what is vibhakti, etc. All those things Bhagavan is going to say, and we'll cover that from tomorrow. Hari Om, everybody. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti 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 He.
Hari Om Nana.
Hari Om.
Hari Om Nana.
Happy
Thank you.
Ganesh Chaturthi to everyone.
Happy Ganesh Chaturthi to all of you. Thank you so much.